I need a napkin. Hold
And
on.
now they actually think I'm on the couch.
Fuck.
Look at this guy.
Oh, man. That wasn't supposed to happen, dude.
It was totally supposed to happen. It happened because it happened.
Bad luck, so we'll do
So
this
how
again
about
tomorrow.
I went to the doctor's like 2 weeks ago, a little bit after I got back from my Tennessee trip, because I have to go get my intestines checked every like 3 months.
Sure.
And my doctor, cause his name is Charles Gray, and he knows me as like silly. I'm silly, and I own a gym and everything. And he literally okay. I'm gonna tell the story. So it's just funny because it's just I'm trying to get to the punchline. And I was trying to say it too early.
Trying to get to the punchline.
So he looks at me. He walks into the room. He's like, after he took my test and everything for my intestines and stuff. He looks at me. And he walks in. And he's like, Garza. I'm like, what? What? How many energy drinks have you been drinking? He's like, and I looked at him like, none. And he's like, don't lie to me. He's like, don't lie to me. I'm like, I'm not lying. You know what I mean?
I didn't do
I am
anything.
lying because I'm scared of my lady. I was her to get mad at me.
Oh, she was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom and my lady were there. And I was like, 2 a day for the past 17 days. And then he's like,
That's a lot, bro.
well, that's why your intestines are back to be inflamed. You're sick because of it. And I'm like, it's worth it. I walked away. I walked out, and he's like, you need to do a better job. And I was like, you know better. And he was like, look. He zooms in. He's like, look. You're a nutritionist through the state of Florida. What the hell? He's like, you're
You
not
should know this
some.
already.
Like, you know this, man. And I was like, hey, you could take a horse to the water. You can't be forcing to fucking drink.
That's real.
I
That's
told him
real,
straight
bro.
up, and I was like, I don't care. I had a competition to do. I had to be locked the fuck in. Then we went to our 30-minute talk about my competition. Anyway, okay, come on.
You want to go? Or
Nah, I'll call you out. Come on.
I need my drink and my bag.
I don't give a shit.
Sorry.
No, I don't give a shit.
This is live action, guys.
Oh, it's playing right now? Yeah. Oh shit, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, this is so crazy because this is actually me.
Yeah, this is actually you. That's what I like about it, bro. It just shows your personality.
Duh.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, bloopers. That's what he said. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I'm here with Jon Jon Garza. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, bro.
What's up,
So,
you guys?
first of all, let me start with this. When I say tell them about yourself, not about none of the shenanigans you get into. Tell them about some of your accolades.
Okay. Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Jon Garza, as you just heard, and I'm him. And some of my
Timothy.
accolades is that, well, I'm a 7-time national qualifier and competitor for powerlifting from ages 13 to 20. I've competed in one weightlifting meet, destroyed my shoulder. I'm gonna get back into that this year. I've owned a gym since I was 17 years old, from 2016 to 2025.
Which is where we're recording it right now.
Which we're recording this right now. I'm an active head coach for the Built Beast weightlifting and powerlifting team. I'm also an active bodybuilding prep coach. I'm a certified nutritionist through the state of Florida with my Precision Nutrition Level 1. I also have much other accolades regarding certifications. I have my NASM certification, National Association of Sports Science. National Personal Training certification. I have my weightlifting and powerlifting certifications. And again, I'm just a total all-around 5'3.5" Mexican, chulo, handsome man that's living his dream and helping people and having a good time with his friends.
He's strong like an ant.
Yeah.
That, which is a perfect segue to what you had said earlier. So you said that you have your certification in powerlifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just competed in the Tennessee Open State Championship. How was that?
So, in a lot of ways, the meet was exactly what I expected it to be, but in a lot of ways, exactly what I didn't expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
For the better, not the worse. So, little bit stats about the competition. I ended up bench pressing 336 pounds, which is 152 kgs, which I could have went way heavier. Kind of segues me into what my point is. I ended up deadlifting 573 pounds. I believe that's 260 kg, and I ended up squatting 237.5 kg, which is 523.5 pounds. The performance was everything I thought I was gonna have. My expectations going in weren't that I wanted to perform better or do better. It was to just do that, perform. And what I learned about myself, or got reminded about myself, is that I'm a performer. My ability to be able to like turn my nervous system on and respond in a single moment to get a job done, and to have my body fire on quite literally demand, was the biggest thing that I pulled away from. Because if you were to look back at my numbers and the videos of me performing, excuse me, the lifts were very easy. The lifts were very, I could have went heavier. And that brings me to why I said earlier, like it was everything that I expected, because those are numbers I wanted to hit. But it was everything I didn't expect, because driving up there for a 12 to 15 hour drive, I thought it was going to affect me. The night before I got a little sick, so I thought that was going to affect me too.
So that's why I wanted to ask you, how was the mental preparation for it?
So
well, not only was it the mental preparation for competing, also traveling, 3 states away, because we're located in the state of Florida. How was that? How was that mental preparation different from one that you do in state?
So I think because I was with my parents, those are the individuals I traveled with my entire life, and my cousin Diana, which is a female, one of my best friend. Because I was with that group of individuals, I think they were able to, because I was with them, I was able to stay locked in, and because I was able to stay locked in, it was very easy for me to get into that flow state into competition. So my mental preparation going in was more so that I was around the right people who I needed to be around to prep mentally as much as I could have. And on behind the scenes, even before traveling up to competition, I think me having the very self-talk conversations with myself and knowing that I am who I say I am, and this is just something that I have always done. I'm a veteran in the sport. I competed from 13 to 20 years old, been to 7 national championships. I know how to compete. But because I'm doing it at a later stage in my life now, like I'm 27, gonna be 30 relatively soon, it's just a different stage of my life and different stage of competitiveness. So I think that's what made me nervous about it.
So getting older, what is something that you realize that you need to do that you didn't have to do before? How important is stretching, or even just getting into like the flow state of things?
I think the biggest thing when it comes to like me getting older and me being a competitor now, is getting back into competition. Is my second meet.
Which you just won too, by the way.
Which I just won. I think the biggest thing that I noticed is that I'm not a kid anymore. In the essence of not just that, like, I have to stretch more, I have to eat more. Yes, 100%. I have to do that. I have to prioritize more of my accessories. I have to prioritize making sure that I'm doing all of my pre-rehabilitation and post-rehabilitation workouts for my shoulders and knees and joints, etc., and doing all little things. Yes, 100%. For real, boy. Like, oh, goddamn. But I think more than anything, it's understanding that I'm not a kid in that me competing isn't my entire life now. Like, I have other responsibilities now to take care of. I have a significant other that I live with. We have a house together. She's a her. I have a gym. I go to school. Like, there's just so much more other responsibilities that I have now, and I have to make sure that I'm prioritizing and putting myself. I am where my feet are. If I'm a student, I'm a student. If I'm an athlete, I'm an athlete. If I'm a coach, I'm a coach. I am where my feet are, and I'm giving my 100% or whatever percentage that I have remaining to that task that I'm doing. That's the biggest thing, because I think I don't run out of energy, I run out of time.
And that's one thing that I mean, bro, not only are you an athlete, not only are you a coach, a trainer, a business owner, a gym goer, a husband, a son, like being present, how important is being present when you show up for each individual task?
I struggled with that question a lot over my adult life between 22 to like now. More like going into like last year.
Granted, I've known you for what? About
5 years?
5, 6 years
Yeah,
now?
yeah. I think I've struggled with that question because I didn't have enough life experience nor the individuals around me to be able to give me that advice and wisdom. But now my answer to that would be give 100% of what you have. Like sometimes with my lady, right? It's a long day. I'm tired. I'm not feeling the best, etc. But I'm going to give her the 100% of the 60% I have remaining. I'm going to give her 100% of the 20% I have remaining, right? It's me reminding myself that what I'm doing now didn't necessarily get me here, but the things that I have to take care of now are the very things that I'm blessed and wish that I had. And I have to take a step back sometimes to just give the respect that is needed to give those people my attention or those things my attention because they deserve that, and it's what I prayed for. Is it easier said than done? Sometimes. Sometimes. I think people make it a little difficult than it needs to be, but I just think learning to be patient with yourself and the people around you, I think that's like the biggest thing. So that's something I did for this prep. When I was a coach, I was a coach. When I was an athlete, I was an athlete. And when I had to dial everything back away and I had to be the athlete for a week or a weekend, I was exactly that. You know, my lady, she
And
didn't.
you're blessed too, man, because she's able to roll with the punches.
100%, and she supported me. She didn't go to the meet with me, but guess what? Guess who made all my food? Guess who?
And that goes a long way, especially for preparation.
But literally, the food that she made was the food that I ate going up to the state of Tennessee. The food that she made for me was the food that I ate to prep to carb load back up the day of competition. That's a lot of stress that I didn't have to meal prep it. I didn't have to go buy it. No, it was made. So there's more ways to support your partner that I've realized than just being there. Sometimes being there isn't what's the very thing that's needed. Sometimes just supporting in other adventures so that you can send them off to the journey, and that particular person, or whatever the case may be, that entity has to go take care of the responsibilities. You giving them the tools to go handle that responsibility. I think that's like really, really, really big.
And her helping you with cooking and everything like that is a form of love as well.
Yeah, and I love food too. As
John's
you
a
can tell,
foodie.
I need food.
Speaking of which, what are some of the meals that you had for recovery? Like, what is something that you did? Do you do like I mean, obviously like the protein and all that, but like, is there like any tips, anything like that? Do you do simple sugars to help with the lactic acid afterwards or anything?
So going into my last 2 weeks of prep, particularly my taper weeks, taper was 2 weeks.
What does that mean? What is taper?
Taper is.
I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the simplest way I can put taper week is that we don't detrain. We just take the volume out of the workouts and we prime the body for those particular movements that we're going to be doing for that particular workout or that competition, right? Squat, bench, and deadlift is a sport of powerlifting. So I didn't do the 7, 8, 9 accessories. You know, I maybe did 1 or 2. Instead of doing 10 reps, I did 6 reps, and I gave myself bigger rest times, right? And I decreased the overall volume in the reps I did with my squat, bench, and deadlift and increased the actual weight. And I prime my body to be able to respond to the nervous system, the neuromuscular loading that was going to be needed for the competition day. That's why sometimes you get into competition and, you know, or you're leading in a competition, everything feels like shit. It's like, yeah, of course, because your body is tired and you are taking that stress out, but you have to trust the process and making sure that what you're putting in your body is going to be what's needed. For me, leading into my competition, if I'm not having to do a super hard weight cut, which I never really do.
Is there classes or weights that you have to go in?
Yeah, so like I think there's 7 different weight classes. I compete in the 82.5 kg weight class. That's 181.5.
We're American. We need pounds.
Yeah, so I think that's 181.5 pounds. But a lot of my food consists of the last 2 weeks of prep is no joke. Like it's 60% carbohydrates. Well, about 40% carbohydrates, 40 to 50% protein, and about 10 to 15, maybe even 20% in some cases of fats. Just depends on how my body's looking and whatnot. But I'm getting a lot of, not necessarily chicken, but it's the ground beef, it's the beans, it's the tortillas, you know.
You switch to corn, man.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just a lot of stuff's gonna help me recover, and I start taking my supplements. You know, typically I'm not a big supplement guy, but 2 weeks before my competition, maybe but more like 4 to 6 weeks out from my competition, I start taking my creatine again. I start taking my aminos. I start taking my proteins, different forms of protein. I just start pumping my body with those things that's gonna help me recover, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why, you know, in training, my deadlift, the most I've done over the past 2 meets is 500. But in comp day, I'm doing anywhere from 545 to damn near almost 600 pounds.
So on a competition day, what do you eat? What does that look like? Is that like a banana and some peanut butter or what?
So for me, the competition, it's not really what I eat at competition that truly matters. It's the day before. So what I eat typically the day before is going to be in the morning, a high protein, high carbohydrated, very dense meal.
And that's the morning before?
And that's the morning before. And then my afternoon meal is going to be consisted of 10 to 8 ounces of ground beef, with 300 grams of white rice and maybe some zucchini, like fried zucchini, and maybe a little bit of onions. At night, I'll make sure to get my protein supplements in, etc. And in the morning, I'm typically having to go to the restroom right before I go to weigh in. And then at weigh-ins or after I weigh in, I'm having a big pasta meal, and I make sure to eat first and then drink like a pretty good amount of water with all my supplements that I'm taking for the competition. That's the pre-workouts, the amino acids, etc. Because if I drink all that stuff before I eat, I'm gonna get super full and it's gonna mess me up. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, sometimes I eat a burger, but I tried that last time. But it didn't work very well for me.
You can go ahead. I'll cut it out.
Later, Santiago. Later. Don't do drugs, buddy. Good job, buddy. It's Santiago. She's gonna be competing soon. I'm gonna put that shit in. Later, we'll be careful.
Out of all the venues you went to, what are the nicest restrooms you've been?
The nicest restrooms?
What are the nicest restrooms out of all the venues?
Pati and
They're done?
yeah.
Did Pati's done with her 30-minute bike, a treadmill? Is she on the bike right now?
On the bike right now.
Tell her to do 10 minutes, and then for
Lady.
what's her name again? Not Nadia. Have her get on the treadmill for 10 to 15 minutes.
So 10 minutes both.
Yeah, but it depends. If she's at 8 miles, if she passed 8 miles, get on treadmill. But if she's not past 8 miles, keep her on bike. Okay.
That was just a throwaway. That was a throwaway question.
the nicest restroom is the fucking Buc-ee's. Huh? That's a nice fucking little Buc-ee's. But Buc-ee's restrooms, boy, they great. You be like, I'm in my own little space.
I've never
right
been,
now.
bro. I want to go, bro.
Bro, it's good, dude.
It's far though, man.
I got the Buc-ee's bucket.
one?
Huh?
The Atlanta one?
Nah, I've never been to Atlanta one. I've been to Texas and Tennessee
the Tennessee
and
one?
Georgia. No, and Florida, Daytona.
Oh, there is one in Daytona.
Yeah,
There is in
there is.
Daytona,
Yep.
I forgot.
Mm-hmm. I go to every time going up there. I go to every time. What happened? Gotta get the bussies.
You gotta get the bussies. So, when you went to the venue, how was it, man? Was it organized? How was overall, like, the flow of the event? The reason why I asked is because you were a big part in the last competition that was here in Immokalee. The only competition that was here in Immokalee.
Yeah, it was the first ever this competition.
You had a big
here.
part to do with it.
Yeah, the one here in town was at the Immokalee Sports Complex, and I got in contact with an amazing director in the form of Leonardo Munoz.
Super nice guy, man. I got a chance to meet him too.
Great guy. He's gonna be my mentor because I'm gonna be looking to doing partnering with him or doing my own thing, whatever the case may be. For being a meet director myself. And,
Is that something you see in the future?
Yeah, 100%. Like that's something I'm gonna take it to the entirely next level. Like I want to be one of the best meet directors ever. Like I've already invested a lot to that next phase and sector in my life, and I'm really looking forward to it because my dad.
Perfect segue.
Mm-hmm.
What is something from this meet that you want to take and put into your meets moving forward?
It wasn't that there was anything that I took away that they did anything differently. It was more so what they didn't do that I want to make sure that I do, which I don't want to go into the specifics, but because they ran a great meet. It was Tennessee. It was a great meet. They did a good job. The officials were great. They had 3 national referees there. Everything was very well organized. Only thing I would say that, which is okay because to a certain degree, it's up to the athlete to keeping track with this stuff through Lifting Cast. There's an app though through powerlifting that you can kind of keep track of when you're going to be going up, when you're not going to be going up. Was that the warm-up area was very far away from the actual platform area. And that's something that I just don't want to do. I want to keep it close. If there's some videos that I may post up on this that are from the competition that we had like here in town, it's the warm-up room and platform.
Dude,
right
it was
there.
immediately
like
top
right
platform.
there. You know,
I like that.
That's what those are the kind of competitions that I've always been part of. Going to Tennessee, me being in that experience, the fact that I was literally like 40, 50 yards away from the freaking warm-up area and I had to walk all the way forward whenever I was up.
50 yards, guys, if you don't know,
Bro.
That's about like half a football field.
Yeah, like
it is half a
it
football
was pretty
field.
fucking far, man. And because it was so far, it wasn't a problem. Like it really wasn't a problem. It's my responsibility to know and whatnot. But it just at the end of the day, like when you're doing a meet, in my personal opinion, you want to make it as easy as possible for the athletes to not think.
Yeah, you want to go from like point A to point B, not to point A.
Simple.
B.
And I realized that the positive that I took away from that was that I didn't. It's fine. Like it'll be fine. If I'm ever in a position to where I'm in a venue doing a meet director and it's really far away and I have to like kind of it's fine. Like it'll work. It'll work. It's just the
But if
athletes
you had
have
a
to take
choice,
care.
you would want it.
Yeah,
right
but if I had
there.
a choice, that I would want that. But outside of that, no. I mean, I think more than anything, I would just make sure that the thing that I would implement is just that and making sure that I'm enjoying the process of being a meet director, I guess. But yeah,
Let me ask you this.
yeah,
Jon.
I think that's
Before we cut it off, because it's already been 20 minutes and people are knocking on the door.
Mhm.
But from someone who's not getting coached by you, or anything like that, and someone who wants to compete in the sport, what is something that some advice you would give them in the sense of like whether it be nutrition, mental preparation, being physically ready? What is something that you think that someone who is afraid to join? What is something that you think that join powerlifting, to get them to like actually go to the threshold of actually competing?
I would say one, educate yourself on the sport. I think a lot of individuals get intimidated by certain things that they're going into because they don't understand it. So find an understanding about the sport. You know, what is it? It's the squat, bench, deadlift. When's your next competition? Okay. What affiliate do you want to join? Is it USAPL, USAPL, IPF? Which one do you like better? And look up the rules. Like, you know, what are the commands? If you don't know any coach, find a coach. Look it up. There's powerlifting coaches in almost every state, every town, wherever you are. Reach out to somebody that even if it's a friend, talk to them, you know, have those conversations and see what it's like. And even if you're unsure about it, do it. If you're in the gym every single day, you're finding an interest, you find yourself looking on Instagram and you're like, oh, that looks so cool. Like, well, it's okay. Do it. And do it with a couple buddies. You know, my first all competitions before I got an actual coach was when I was younger. I did it with my dad. And my dad had educated. He trained me. Man. Yeah, like we didn't have any professional. We just figured that shit out and had a good time doing it. Me and my dad got closer.
Dude, I love your dad. Man.
Yeah,
so
like
funny.
yeah. Just do it, and don't make it complicated. If you're gonna do it, don't do a weight class that's, you know, you're 205 pounds. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do the 82.5K. I'm gonna cut down to 181 pounds. Nah, man, just do it. Pick a weight class that you're not gonna have to cut down much in, and just do the competition for experience and have a good time. Do research for whatever competition you're gonna do, and again, just if it's something you want to experience it once at least and see if you like it. Why knock it till you don't try it, you know?
And I can speak from personal experience. I'm 320 pounds. I didn't compete, but I went to the 2025 Swamp Showdown, and it was awesome, man. It was a really cool experience. Everyone was super friendly, super nice, and they didn't know me. I didn't know them, and it was just a cool experience. So I would say to go to an actual event and just feel the vibes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this going to the one that was here in Immokalee, I was able to like experience it, and now I'm going to go to one in Clearwater, which is a strongman. I think it's going to be dope. I just want to check it out. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to compete or not, but it's just cool to like see it and experience something other than football, other than baseball, other than these mainstream sports.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, competing in powerlifting, you're still an athlete.
Yeah, 100%. And you can take it as serious. Like, I got an athlete named Miriam who is 45 years old, and the lady loves the sport to the point to where she doesn't even want to get surgery in her knee because she wants to keep going.
Dude,
and
she's
she
super
cares.
passionate.
Dude, she's super passionate. And when I had here in town, all the upcoming athletes for 2026 that are going to be competing, all of them came to the Swamp Showdown that here in Immokalee for the first time. They all came to see it. What's it like? What is the judging like? What is the commands like? So that's great advice. Like, go to a meet, check it out, and see what it's like. Talk to a referee there, you know. Talk to the meet director that's running it. Ask them questions after the meet or during the meet. Like, get involved in the sport, and it's not scary. It's not. Don't be scared. You know, at the end of the day, you're talking to people. You know, you're talking to people. What the worst they can do is say, "Oh, there's one moment. Let me do this." Like, it's all they're gonna say. You know, it's a great powerlifting is an amazing community. Is there a couple bad eggs? Of course, that's in everything. Like, there's a couple bad shitty fucking people. That's why I stopped competing in when I was in 2016, because I just met a lot of fucking shitty fucking people. No joke. And I started getting back into coaching and got back into the sport of powerlifting, and
fell in love with it all over again.
The sphere of powerlifting has definitely changed 100%, especially in the state of Florida. State of Florida, there is no one else doing it like Florida when it comes to powerlifting. The professionalism, the way, how much raw passion, all the coaches, all the meet directors take in. It's a job, and it's something they take serious, and it's something they enjoy doing, and you're going to find a community of individuals that actually give a shit and just want to help people get better. That's it.
All right, John.
No.
Well, appreciate you taking time out of your busy day from coaching, eating, and playing with toy swords.
Yeah.